My favorite scary movie has got to be the original Exorcist. Why? Because the cinematography on that film was phenomenal. I mean, look at the poster. That's a shot from the actual film. The light shining through the window on Father Merrin, just you gotta watch it over and over again. And the fact that you can see a person who is demonically possessed, excellent.
My favorite scary movie would probably have to be John Carpenter's The Thing. And mainly because it's a very small movie. It takes place pretty much in one setting over a course of a small amount of time. There's not a whole lot of lengthy exposition or anything. It just pretty much throws it right at you and just puts you in the middle of this without really having any time to bore you. Because it's from like frame one, it's constant paranoia as to who's infected, who's the thing, what's it want, where did it come from, and the characters kind of discover it, you know, as the audience does, and so the fact that everybody in the dark as the audience makes it even creepier, plus the fact that it was done in the early 80s, so they had to use animatronics because CG wasn't really around, and the way they did the animatronics was in such a way that you know that the actors would not have given the same response if it had been CG. Like whenever they see the stalk head with the spider legs and the little eyes crawling around, and the guy turns around and goes, "You've got to be fucking kidding me." I mean, you know that if that had been CG and he had just looking at a blue screen with two dots, it would have been a totally different reaction. But because it was actually there, he was actually able to sell that this thing was real and was trying to kill them. And also that final line, it just chills my bone every time I watch it. And so, yeah, that's my favorite scary movie.
My favorite scary movie is Seven, because although it's not a typical horror film, so to speak, it's definitely very creepy. It really gets under your skin and stays with you. The idea of a serial killer who chooses his victims based on how they live their own lives is very disturbing, as opposed to a serial killer who just picks off random people because they're available. The serial killer in Seven went through a lot of trouble to do what he did, and because he felt like what he was acting as the hand of God, which is really, really freaking creepy. But it also sort of makes you, I hate saying this because it sounds so dumb, but it makes you think, because the people he chooses them for specific reasons, because they've committed one of the 7 deadly sins, and they're not all good people. And so you actually think, like, wow, did some of these people maybe deserve to die? But overall, it's just creepy as hell, y'all.
It's like the Balrog of Morgoth, you bastard. Oh, Jesus, you kind of came out of nowhere, didn't you? What? Oh. Sorry, they're interrupting my ADR session here. My favorite scary movie? Yeah, my favorite scary movie. Well, I'm not really into scary movies. My brother is, though. He's all over. I mean, it scares the hell out of me. But he showed me this one called Shaun of the Dead. It was about zombies, I think, but it was pretty funny. A little gross there for a while, but overall, I think it was a good way to break the ice.
Hello, all. My favorite scary movie is Aliens. No, it is my favorite scary movie because, well, it's more sci-fi than horror. I prefer sci-fi fantasy movies mostly. I'm also kind of a James Cameron fan, so basically anything he does I consider pretty close to genius, or to say it's pretty genius. If you actually read the script, it's really well written, and I don't think any director could screw it up just because it's written by James Cameron. Anyway, then again, that's debatable. U-Bowl. Yeah, what I liked most about it, I guess, is the fact that it had really pretty decent visual effects, and there were some scary moments, like when Michael Biehn reaches up through the ceiling panel and just slowly lifts the light up past the ceiling level, and he sees a bunch of aliens approaching him. That's pretty scary stuff. but it's a good movie overall. That's my favorite scary movie. Wipe. Get away from her, you bitch! That's horrible. That's horrible. Let me do it again. Get away from her, you bitch! That was terrible. Use the first one. But yeah, better yet, let's do it. Let's do the vaudeville version just so you can have it. Get away from her, you bitch!